But because their mothers are not doing anything, their mothers are not playing the role they're supposed to play as the plan B of the family, everything crashed. So you wife listening to me, have plan B in your marriage. You mother listening to me, have plan B in your home. It's very, very important so that people don't mess you up. Cut your coat according to your size. Do things you can afford. Send your children to school you can afford. And don't waste all the money while you live on debt. It's not wise as a mother. Do what you can and don't try to belong where you are not. Play your role, perform your responsibilities, and be smart over your marriage. Hi, welcome to my family life with Dr. Chika, a better together program. Happy married life if you're married. If you're single and still searching, I wish you happy searching. Search well, you find. Thank you very much for taking your time to view my video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Like my video and let someone get to know about my channel by you sharing this video. And also drop your comment on this topic. Today, I'll be talking on what are you bringing to the table as a woman? What are you bringing to the table as a wife? What are you bringing to the table as a mother? So many women are not doing anything in order to support their husbands, in order to support their children in their studies, in order to help the future of their family. They're only there just to answer Mrs. Okay? It's not bad. Time is everything in life, and time counts as the day goes by. So it's important for every woman to support her husband. Not supporting your husband is not good in marriage because you are hurting your family. Your children need support for the future. I want you to know that you are the plan B in the marriage, while your husband is the plan A. And you don't have to depend on plan A for the future of your children. Anything can happen. You see a lot of children suffering after their father's death. I'm sorry to say this, but the truth is this. There are a lot of women that are not doing anything. They are not giving their husbands peace. They are not appreciating whatever their husbands are doing for them. They are not making any effort in order to see that the future of their children are secured. And these women gives their husbands headache, panic, stress. When the men die, they start going to different associations or NGOs to identify themselves as widows. And it's like a societal thing that we are having more widows in our societies nowadays. Men who lost their husbands so tender, and these men don't get up to 50 years or 55 years old. Why? Because of so much pressure on them. Our men die so early because of pressures. Okay? Men do so much. 90% or 95% of the responsibilities of the family are performed by men. And there are some cases whereby men perform 100% of the family responsibilities and they are not complaining because they are wealthy, they are rich, they have money to do all that. Start up business for their wives and even for their in-laws. So many men are like that because of their financial capacity. But there are a lot of men who don't have such money and who need their wives to support them, but they are not getting that support from their wives. It's important for every woman to bring something to the table of the family. It's important for every woman as a mother to do something in order to support the family. It's not good for a woman to be giving birth, okay, without having plan B of the children. Your husband is the plan A, but you are the plan B. And you're supposed to have a plan how to carry on the family in case anything happens in the future. In case your husband dies. I'm not praying that anybody's husband should die. But death is a natural phenomenon. Death is inevitable. It's something that happens. Death's supposed to happen when it has to do at its time, but not when circumstances cause people to die. Like our men die so early because of high blood pressure and stress. A lot of things goes on in the heart of men. Men suffer a lot, especially in this part of our world. Men suffer a lot. They do everything all by themselves without the women appreciating. You can imagine when men go out in the month to go and make money, and when they go back to the house, they will not get any appreciation from their wives or get encouragement from their wives. There are a lot of women that they can never give their husbands peace. They can never appreciate their husbands. They have never tried it for once. But when that man dies, they will be the one to cry. They will be the one to go to social media to post about the man's death. They will be the one to lament, okay, and they will not let people to rest with their lamentation. But when that man was alive, they did nothing to save the life of that man. They did nothing to encourage that man, not for one day. And a lot of women that their husbands went through some illness and terrible situations that never cared in that situation for their husbands. I want you to understand, you woman that is in that category, frustrating your husband, frustrating your marriage, that you are hurting yourself and your children. You're hurting yourself. When your husband dies, your eyes will open. You will understand the value of your husband. So I'm telling you now, as a woman, as a mother, to do something in order to save the future of your family, in order to save your children, is very, very important. Acknowledge your husband when your husband is alive. Not when your husband die, you start going up and down as a widow, looking for who to support you. I'm not trying to condemn women that are widows, but I'm saying that there are situations that can avoid that from happening. Okay, we shouldn't be celebrating that. And there are ladies that are single mothers. They don't want to stay in their marriage anymore because they want to be independent women. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay, that is your choice, that is your decision. But why are you leaving your marriage? Why are you leaving your husband? So many women went out of their marriage because of one unfavorable reason or the other. And when they go out of their marriage, they start moving from one man to another in order to fit their children's welfare and education, which is not wise. Okay, having other men training your children when your husband is alive, when your husband is there, nothing is wrong with your husband. You just want to prove to your husband that you are a superwoman. For me, that does not make any sense. Why are you leaving your marriage? Why are you leaving your husband? It's there for you to be there to encourage you. So a lot of women are causing problems, headache in their marriages and looking for whom to blame. It does not make any sense. What is the point of destroying the home that you are meant to build? The Bible said that a wise woman builds her home. So I expect every woman to build her home and not to destroy her home. If you are giving birth, what is your plan in training these children? Do not forget that anything can happen to a man. A man can die on the journey. Marriage is a long journey. So you have to prepare for the process. It's not something you can just go into and like relax about it. You're not doing anything. You are not being fruitful. You're not being productive. You are not being careful over it. You think you can just run it. That's why people are running in every day and running out at the same time, because there is no plan B, because they didn't look well, because they weren't careful about the journey they are starting. So you can't start a journey that you're not prepared for. So I want to encourage every woman listening to me, bring something to the table for the family. Make sure you are saving money for the family. Make sure you have something for the family in case anything happens, in case of emergency, in case your husband dies, in case your husband business goes down. You will have something to continue with. For me as a woman, I will not encourage you to do something. And there are women that their husbands have tried in order to support them to start business or even to further their education or to get job for them. They refused. Reason best known to them: busy loitering up and down doing nothing. And a lot of women are just in the home, sitting down, watching films, playing with their phones, controlling herself as madam of the house. Nothing is wrong with that. If you're at home doing something from the house, maybe you're working from the house, that's good. But don't while away your time. For every child, madam, you are accountable for that child. Do something to make sure that that child's future is secured. If your husband is wealthy and you're not working, you're not helping yourself, don't trust in riches. Don't trust in material things. They come and they go. So you have to have a plan B as the plan B of the family. You must do something in order to support your marriage. If you don't do something, you'll be the one to cry over it and you will crash because you did not prepare yourself when you're supposed to prepare yourself. So try as much as you can in order to start up a business or to work or do something. You can even trade in order to support the family and save money. Don't spend all the money on wigs. Don't spend all the money on fashion, trying to make the society know that you are there. Going on social media, borrowing clothes. There are a lot of women that are not working, but they are borrowing clothes to do photo shoots. They are borrowing clothes for parties, but they don't have what they are doing for a living. They only collect money from their husband by tricks. I use this money on fashion, use this money on traveling, use this money on recreation. There is nothing wrong with you entertaining yourself. But after entertainment, what do you have in your bank accounts? After entertainment, what do you have in your service? I want to talk to every woman. Please save money for the future of your family. Save money for the academy of your children. There are a lot of big men, a lot of men that are well to do. Something happened in their lives. They crashed in business or they lost their jobs. Their children started loitering up and down the street. Their children are not going to school because their wives have no plan B. Therefore, their life become miserable. You can avoid that from happening. So I'm talking to every woman in this particular video. Madam, have plan B. As a wife of the family, as a mother of the family, have plan B in order to save your children. There are a lot of women that run into situations that they never imagined. They never expected because they didn't have plan B. Of course, you find men messing you up. You find people messing you up when you don't plan yourself. Plan yourself as a wife. You are a single lady, you want to get married. What is your plan B before you get into that marriage? What are you planning for the future of the two of you? Don't just rush into marriage because you want to get married. Make sure there is a plan B, okay? Make sure you have something to, even plan C, okay? The plan A is for your husband, plan B is for you, plan C is the both of you. There should be savings for the family. There should be something that the family is keeping by the side, okay, that could save the family when situation turns around. You have something to hold. It's not good as a wife giving birth to children, as a mother giving birth to children, and you don't have anything as plan B to save the future of those children. For every child you give birth to, you should be accountable for that child. Stop letting your children loitering up and down. Stop letting your children living life without future. Stop letting your children being a societal headache or a societal nuisance, okay, or community non-entity troubling the community when you can do something. There are a lot of terrible situations that can be avoided in societies if their mothers have plan B to save the future of these children, and they won't be stressed and they won't be panic in the air. But because their mothers are not doing anything, their mothers are not playing the roles they're supposed to play as the plan B of the family, everything crash. Not just troubling your husband over his work, telling him that the money he's making is too small. How much are you bringing in? How much are you making? How much are you saving? So I hope I've said something to women, I've said something to mothers and to wives to bring something to the table of the family in order to save the future of the children that you are giving birth to. All right, thank you very much for taking your time to listen to me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, like my video, and tell somebody about my channel, about my video, my program by you sharing my video. I pray for you for peace of the Lord in your matrimonial home. If you're here to get married, I pray for you for wisdom and divine direction for you to know who to get married to and also how to have plan B in marriage. All right, nice speaking to you today. Until I come your way again. Bye. I love you.